I go mountain biking a lot. That's something that I've started to get into. I would say, on a weekly basis, I go mountain biking. You know, living out in Encino, I can go into, I guess it's still called it's not called the Hollywood Hills, but,
just some hills.
Mulholland turns to dirt, and you can eventually go to Topanga State Park. And there's single track, and there's fire roads.
And this is interesting.
I'm into this.
Something that we haven't done together. I don't have a mountain bike. Mine was stolen.
I stole it. That's what I've been riding.
Oh, there you go.
I didn't tell you.
Makes a lot of sense.
No, yeah. So it's healthy. We get to do an endeavor apart. I've got another friend. His name is Nick.
But I'm thinking
he's also your friend.
But I'm thinking
sometimes.
about getting a mountain bike. Are you saying I can't go like the buy to try mountain bike situation?
Oh, well, let's talk about that at a later date.
Okay.
In other words, you're not invited. No, I mean I have such a good time that I'd hate to deprive you of that occasionally.
Okay, all right.
Let's just say occasionally.
But you were by yourself this time.
Last night I was by myself because his bike was messed up and he had to fix it. So I said, well, I'm going to go out there anyway.
I broke it.
Oh, really? Vendetta type situation. Yeah. I decided to go for the first time to Eagle Rock, which is, you gotta go up Reseda, and then you gotta go through this fire road, and then you gotta go. It's about an hour in. So it took me, someone who's a great mountain biker, it'd probably take him 20 minutes. But I enjoy the scenery and I huff and puff a lot.
Yeah.
And I get there in about an hour, and it's this cool rock formation.
It looks like an eagle.
No, it actually doesn't.
Well, that's a disappointment.
Well,
Has there like eagle poop on it or something? Why is it called Eagle Rock?
No. I actually thought about none of these things. I was like, oh, this is cool.
Where are the eagles?
Thanks for ruining it for me.
So what's great about it?
It's a rock out of nowhere. It's like, wow, look, a rock.
But it's not even shaped like an eagle. No eagles live on it.
There's a lot of holes in it, and when you climb up on this thing, it goes out over the cliff. So
there are little babies in all the little baby eagles in all the holes?
No. There's some crows flying about.
Okay.
Nobody else was there, and I shimmy up there on the rock, and I'm like looking over the edge, and then I can go down a little bit, and the wind has taken a little tunnel out, and I go down in there, and I'm like in this tunnel where people have like written stuff.
You still on your bike at this point?
No, did I leave that out? I was
like
bunny hopping.
doing that thing they do on the TV,
Yeah, on the television, where they bunny hop to the edge. No, I left my bike off of the formation, and I'm like shimmying up. I'm kind of afraid of heights. I'm not like you, but I was a little scared, and I'm like getting there, and I'm all alone. That's the main thing, is that if something happened, I told Christy where I parked the car.
You could die in a little hole full of baby eagles.
And they could, well...
You could eat them. You could probably eat them for a while.
But they wouldn't be eagles.
Eagle eggs are good.
Yeah, if I did...
It's illegal, though, because they're endangered.
If I did die, I'd like for you to say there were eagles there, but factually there would not have been.
He died sustaining himself only on the
eggs of eagles. He's a true American.
Yeah. The most patriotic way to go out. Eating baby eagles.
So I'm a little nervous, and I come up out of this little tunnel place, this overlook, and all of a sudden, the dog is right there.
Oh,
a dog.
I thought it was gonna be an eagle.
An eagle-eating dog. And he's like right in my face, and he's right on the edge. I'm like, good gosh, if I would have come up quicker, I could have knocked this dog off into the cliff, or vice versa.
Yeah, that's what I'm worried about.
This dude. Dog could have knocked me off. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna stand up. There's obviously an owner that's gonna be following.
It's not like a wild dog. It has a collar.
It has a collar.
Okay.
And he was not riding a bike either.
The dog?
No, he wasn't.
Oh.
I'm just letting you down at every turn.
I'm just trying to make it more exciting.
So, what? This is an exciting story.
Yeah, it's great.
So I stand up out of the tunnel, and then I start to climb up on the top of the rock to look for the owner who I anticipate is coming. And sure enough, here comes the owner. It's a dude walking up. And so I'm shimmying up really quick. I'm scrambling to get to the top of the rock because I want to beat this guy to the top of the rock. I want to sit on the top of the rock to get the best view. I was there first. He can get the second spot. That's what I'm thinking. And I scramble up there,
Which will be right next to you.
And I sit down on the. Well, it was a little peak, and then like another
Given the low peak.
Given the lower place, which was like, about 5 feet away, but still, it was. I wanted my optimal spot, so I get up there, and then when I get up there, the second thought that occurs to me is one that has become very common, having lived in Los Angeles for almost a year and a half now. I'm alone. I'm 1 hour from civilization. I'm up on a rock. There's another dude coming up. He could be crazy.
Probably is.
He lives in Los Angeles.
Yeah,
you
there's
know?
a good chance.
You know, this guy might be here to murder me, and his dog might be like
To dispose of your body? The dog's going to eat your
the dog's
body?
gonna eat me afterward.
That's how I usually do it.
You never know, you know. The things that we've seen in this town, I started having these thoughts, and I'm getting nervous.
Are you getting into the triple threat position?
No, I'm just sitting there.
Okay.
I have a bike helmet on,
Well,
so I have some protection.
yeah, that's good.
And he starts coming up, and this guy.
You kept your helmet on? That was smart. I wouldn't have thought of that.
Well, I honestly thought if I fall off this cliff, at least I've got a helmet on. I was actually thinking that. And the dude comes up. This dude he's about 6'4",
Big.
tall, lanky white dude. He's got, he's shirtless. He's got sandals,
Yep.
shorts, and like a mini fro.
No helmet.
No helmet.
Is he on a bike?
No, he's not on a bike, dude. He's just hiking.
Wow, he
with his
walked
dog.
there.
He walked there. And his shorts, the main piece of his clothing, his shorts, he has rolled up the top of his shorts down
Sure.
so as to make his shorts shorter from the top down or something.
You get a lower tan line.
I don't think this dude was thinking about tan lines. I don't know what he was thinking about. It might have been killing me at this point. It's what I was worried about. So he comes up and he sits beside me. And he says, "How you feeling? How you feeling?" I'm like, "It's a little warm." He's like, "Oh, it'll cool off in a bit."
And that's when I'll roll my shorts back
He
up
like had that-
into a shirt.
He had that tone. And he says, "Oh, it'll cool off in a bit." And then he immediately gets on his hands,
Oh, sorry.
puts his feet out, and starts stretching.
On his hands.
It's like, oh, this guy's and like putting his feet out. I was like, oh, this guy's gonna he's gonna do
yoga.
some yoga. Then he takes his shoes off and he goes back down and he breaks open this pack and he's like pulling out something. I'm like, oh my, this is when it's gonna happen. And he pulls out a tripod and like a flip cam and he sets it up and it's like, not only is this guy gonna kill me, but he's gonna film it. So he sets up the camera, and I'm like, okay, he's gonna shoot the sunset because the sun was about to set in about 15 minutes.
He's gonna shoot his own silhouette.
And so he sets it up, he starts recording, and I'm facing the other way, and I'm kind of looking back, like, keeping an eye on this guy.
Yeah, I would have been facing.
His dog's up here on this other peak. And then he's gonna film himself in front of the sunset.
What-
He sets up the camera.
What
and
is the demeanor of the dog? I just want to know.
He's,
So he doesn't look coy. He just looks like a dog.
he's friendly. He's nice. But the dude was like really focused, and he set up the camera, hit record, and he gets back, and then he goes, and I'm like looking over my shoulder. I'm like, what? He's
Are
like,
you in the shot?
Yeah, I was in the shot.
You're in the background of the shot?
Yeah, I'm like photobombing this dude's video. I'm like, I was here first. I'm not moving. And then he goes back up to the camera, picks up the tripod, moves it a little bit, and I'm like, oh, he got me out of the shot.
Yeah, right. You're ruining things.
And then he goes back to the camera, goes,
You standing?
standing straight up. And then he goes back up to the camera, moves it over here, does the same thing again. He does the same thing 5 times. All the time. I'm like looking over my shoulder, and when I've got the timing down now that whenever he takes it back down and he's walking back from the camera and he can see me, I'm like looking back. Just like, so he can't see me watching.
I know what he's doing.
I'm like, what is this guy doing?
He is getting all the image information to create a hologram of himself up on Eagle Rock.
Or I was thinking of like doing that Matrix effect where he could like jump in the air and then the whole cameras would spin around.
It's not quite as exciting when you go like this.
Yeah,
Spinning around
he
that, it's not
He
very
was just
exciting.
doing this, and I was like, I'm gonna sit here and watch whatever this guy does.
Because it's so intriguing.
And then about 2 minutes later, I'm like, I am not going to sit here and watch whatever this guy does.
Yeah.
The sun's going down. I gotta leave. I got another hour to
What
get
is
back.
he thinking? Oh man, this dude's up here. He doesn't seem to mind though.
He doesn't seem to mind. He doesn't seem to mind at all. And then, so I'm going down, and I'm like, oh gosh, I got to find out what he was doing. What is it? Is it like some sort of triangulation with a camera and shirtless and pants rolled?
He's gonna put a cell tower up there.
I don't know what he's doing. So I turn around, get my helmet on, I turn around, I look up at him, and I say, what you shooting? And he said, I shoot a blog for self-health or something like that. He said something about self and self-help health blog. I was like, so you're doing a vlog? He was like, yeah, today I'm talking about standing barefooted on rocks. And I didn't say anything. I just kind of looked at it. And then he said, this rock has electricity running through it.
Probably true.
And then he just looked at me. I didn't say anything.
You didn't go up there and say, well, let me feel it.
And then, no. And then he said...
That's why he asked you how you feeling, because he thinks you're feeling this electrical buzz.
So. Then he said, my feet have electricity running through them. And then he looks at me. And I'm like, what? Is this an invitation? I have on shoes. I'm obviously not meeting this guy's standard.
You have a helmet on.
I have a helmet on, for God's sake. So what am I supposed to do? And then he says, I break the silence. I'm like, well, do you feel a connection?
You said that?
I said that. And then he said, not really. And then he looked at me again.
He thought that you were asking, are you feeling a connection with me?
Well, he didn't, thank goodness. And then I said, okay. And then he said, I have a website. It's called Infinity Greens. I sell, and then he talked about this, you can go to the website. He sells stuff. And, so then I got on my bike and I got out of there and I was reflecting on it. And I was like, maybe I should have taken my shoes off and...
I would have gotten nude on that thing if it's got electricity running through it.
I think he says all rocks do that. As many of you know, I am an avid mountain biker. Or I mountain bike on occasion. You've gone with me sometimes. I'm not a professional mountain biker.
But you're not. I'm not going with you anymore.
Because it's because of your back. And for those of you who watch Good Mythical Morning, you know that I was going on a mountain biking excursion in the near future. Well, having now gone on that excursion, I'm back to report that I'm still alive, but maybe just barely. So I think there's things to be learned here.
Well, first of all, I will let you know my feelings are a little hurt, but I'm gonna just.
Your back. You said your back is bad, and
through.
Mountain biking messes it up. Don't make me the bad guy here. It's always an open invitation.
You could put me on one of those little kid seats on the back of your mountain bike.
You could do like a kiddie bobsledding thing, because this was at a snow resort. Okay, listen, here's how it worked. Let me tell this story. The guy that I do choose to spend my mountain biking time with, Nick, was my companion on this trip. Now, Nick and I, we go in the mountains around my house. And, well, we go on them, not in them. We don't go in caves.
Those are really hills.
But you find yourself doing a lot of pedaling up hills and grunting and hyperventilating. And sometimes it gets so steep, you get off the bike and you push the bike up the hill.
That's the moment of defeat. No professional mountain biker ever pushes up a hill. Just FYI.
I do that a lot, man. I own that. Just so you can experience going down the other side of the mountain. And as we're going up the mountain one day, Nick turns to me and in between hyperventilating breaths, he says, Link. And he's speaking very dramatically. Link. Not really. He said, there is a land where you can be magically transported to the top of a mountain. You can circumvent all of this craziness of trying to go up a mountain. And then, after being magically transported, you can then experience only the positives of mountain biking, which is going down the mountain.
And none of the workout.
Well, not that type of workout. It's still a workout going down. It takes a lot of skill.
Okay.
It also costs a lot of money because you got to pay for a ski lift. So we go to this place, the Snow Summit at Big Bear.
It's not magic.
Like 2 hours, no it's not. 2 hours outside of Los Angeles. We drive there, we get our lift ticket.
Did you push your car or did you?
No, I drove the car. I'm not interested in a workout. I'm interested in the thrill of mountain biking.
No.
Down a mountain without having to have pedaled
I'm
up
proud
the
of you.
mountain.
I just feel like I missed out. I was cool.
You're invited.
I just hung out.
It's your back.
I rode my bike on flat Earth on Saturday.
So we get there, we get our lift ticket, we get up there, we stand in line. It's a ski lift. They hang your bike on the thing, and then that one goes by, and then they hang the second bike.
You don't have to hold your bike with your feet like you do a snowboard or skis or something?
No.
They put it on a rack.
They put it on where you would sit, they hang it on a hook. Then another one goes by and they put Nick's bike on the next one, and then Nick and I sit beside each other because we're friends.
And then how do you get it off when it comes by?
And then there's a person who takes it off at the top, and then takes Nick's off at the top, and then the third one is us, and we get off, and then we get our bikes.
You don't have to take your own bike off, because I would screw that up. I mean, you should see me try to get off a regular ski lift.
It's difficult enough, man. I would not have had to want to also unhook my bike.
Yeah.
Even before I get on the lift, I start to notice that Nick and I are misfits in this world of ski slope mountain biking.
Okay.
I look around, and everyone else that is getting in line is dressed a little bit differently. People have helmets on that cover their entire face.
Okay.
Their faces are being protected.
And you wear like an old skateboard helmet from like 1988.
Literally a skateboard helmet. These people have body armor on. I'm like, what are you doing at the top of the mountain? Going to war? They've got guards here, guards on their shins, chest guards. I have gloves with that. I have one biker glove. The other glove I have is a Craftsman tool glove.
Are you sure it wasn't Comic-Con?
I just use it. It's supposed to be used to fix cars. I get on this thing and I'm thinking, oh my gosh, I'm severely underprepared. There are people with neck braces. No, they wear neck things so their heads won't pop off when they're going down the mountain.
Are they laughing at you? Are they snickering?
They're kind of.
Are they pointing?
They're mumbling under their breath.
These guys are gonna die.
I get to the top and we get our bikes and I ask the guy, the attendant who's in front of the maps, and I say, we're intermediate bicyclists. How do you recommend we get down the mountain?
It's a confident
What's a trail we can take as like a beginner / intermediate? He said, have you ever done this before? And I said, well, never like this. He said, there is no way down. That's what he says to me. He says, there's no way for you to get down. He said, you're not good enough. That's what he said.
On your bike is what I'm thinking.
Yeah, and I'm like, I'm gonna do this.
Yeah.
But he was basically saying,
you have a skateboard helmet.
You don't have the armor.
Goodness
You don't have any of that. Now, Nick and I, we're gonna go down. We're not just gonna go down the slope and get a refund. So we shove off going down. Now Nick has a camera on his bike that he took some footage. We start going down this thing, and I just see people whizzing down in front of us. Before we start going, they are whizzing down the mountain. These guys are going so fast. So my first thought was, I'm gonna get rear-ended. I'm gonna get hurt because someone is going so much faster than me.
A guy in a neck brace is gonna come up and headbutt you.
And then my head's gonna pop off.
Yeah.
The single track trails, it had been raining, so they were really bumpy. I look at the other people's bikes, I didn't even tell you that. It made my bike look like it was some primitive prototype that years later would become their bike.
Yeah.
It had.
You do have kind of a dweeby mountain bike. I mean,
it has suspension in the front, but theirs had suspension. The bike was nothing but suspension.
Yeah.
I don't know even how that even.
It doesn't even touch the ground. It's totally
it's like
suspended.
a hover bike.
Yeah.
And these people are going down at so much speed that
That's the secret.
we're always looking over to let somebody pass us. But we start going. We're going down.
On your left. Do they say stuff like that?
One guy was saying.
On your left.
One guy was saying, "Yep," because it's a bunch of switchbacks. So earlier up the mountain, higher up the mountain, you'll see a guy whizzing down, and you'll just hear a "yep," and then you'll pull over and let him go by.
Yep.
There are these banked turns made out of dirt that it's like NASCAR.
Yeah, that's why I don't do it.
And so we're taking this thing going totally sideways, and then you just keep going. We encountered this one place where they built a deck out of wood that was suspended at least 30 feet over the side of a mountain. Then you would turn, and Nick stops at this point, and he tells me to go on through. And I'm looking at this thing, and I don't know how I didn't crap my pants. I was so scared.
It's horrible in biker shorts.
I just go, whew. I didn't have on biker shorts. I had on khaki shorts.
Oh,
I don't own biker shorts.
I'm glad I didn't go with you. I'm just saying, I don't feel bad about you.
I made it down that whoosh there, and then you get to the bottom, and there's these huge bank turns that are made out of cinder blocks shaped like X's. It was a little bit wet. It had been raining. I take one. I'm like fishtailing everywhere. I'm scared. I encounter another one, and I'm going up this hill, and then all of a sudden it's this big bank turn of cinder blocks. And life lesson here. If you want to really experience something, you got to go all in. In order to turn these corners, you got to go all in. I was so scared. I couldn't do it. So I'm like kind of going like this, and then all of a sudden, my bike just goes out from under me, and I'm sliding on my side, going down this thing. I've fallen off my bike ride.
How'd your khaki shorts hold up?
The shorts were fine. When I get home, I have a strawberry the size of a watermelon. Literally, I have a swollen place right here on the bottom of my butt it's moist and raw right now.
Ugh.